Hey everyone, I'm excited to let you know that this month's video is sponsored by Keen. Now, I've worked with Keen in the past and I wanted to share with you a special deal that I will get to in a minute. But first, let me tell you about my experience connecting with a Keen advisor. I've shared before that when I need to get a reading for myself, I've gotten readings through Keen. Just yesterday, I got a reading from a lovely advisor named Lynn. She was very similar to myself in that she is very practical, direct, and simple in her delivery when communicating things throughout the reading. She gave me insight into my relationships, and she even helped me come up with some new ideas for my business. Now, what I love most about Keen is that the advisors are available 24/7, and you can even schedule a time if you want. And this is great if you have an advisor that you prefer to work with or an advisor that you've already established a relationship with. So here's the deal that Keen has extended to my viewers. You can get your first 10 minutes for just $1.99. And the price after that depends on which advisor you choose. But the best part is that this service is backed by a satisfaction guarantee. Keen is the most affordable way to meet new advisors, especially when you want guidance and support on things like dream interpretation, chakra clearing, getting insight into certain situations, career plans, relationships, whatever. Now, once you become a Keen user, each week you'll get emails that offer discounts and specials so you can get multiple readings in the most efficient way available. So make sure you check your inbox this week if you're already a Keen customer. Now, if you haven't signed up with Keen yet, it's a really simple process that can be done via mobile or desktop. All you're going to do is head on over to trykeen.com/intuitive gems, and you'll click on the sign up button and follow the steps to get started. The whole process should take less than 2 minutes, and you'll be on your way to connecting with a screened and talented advisor instantly. So I want to say thank you again to Keen for sponsoring this video, and now on to your reading. Hello, Libra. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of August 2020. For the readings this month, I will be using my Spellcaster's Tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And then, Libra, I will close out your reading with an Angels of Abundance Oracle card. I'm feeling really anxious to get started and just jump right in. So that's what I'm going to do, Libra. So, what do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Libra? All right, you got a good start to August, Libra. You've got a really good start. Looks like things are coming together, not only professionally, but also in your personal life. Let me make sure nobody's cut off here. Okay. All right, so like I said, I can see things are coming together for you, Libra, personally and professionally. I say that because the very first card that came out was the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is all about a divine union, a passion, connection, really feeling in flow, really feeling like a match is being made, right? So when you feel that way, a lot of times that energy tends to overflow and outflow into other areas of your life. So if things are going really well in your personal relationships, that will reflect in your work. And if things are going well, you know, really, really well in your work, that will also reflect in your relationships. And you definitely have that. So that's a really good, solid start to the month. Next we have, here we have the Six of Wands. Now this is a very interesting card because this is a card about recognition. This is also a card about being seen, being in the spotlight. Sometimes this is a card where attention is just really being focused upon you, but in a very positive way. So again, because this is the second card that came out, you know, during your spread here, this just tells me, like I said, things are just going really, really well. You know, not only are you connected divinely in the right way with the right people and the right timing, but also you are being seen, you're being noticed, you're being recognized for, you know, just the good things you're doing, for your talent, your skills, your experience. Also, I get the sense too that you know, this is something that has been a long time coming, and things are finally just starting to fall into place. Next, we have the Sun card. Now, even though the Sun is in the reverse position, it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that, you know, this is the ultimate joy, fulfillment, happiness, wish card. You know, things just may not come together in the way that you thought they would, but they're still just as delightful, just as delicious, just as juicy and exciting as you could ever hope they could be. Now, sometimes when the Sun is in the reverse, that just means that things, you know, sometimes could be a little bit, you know, not only unexpected, but sometimes things shift in a very abrupt, uncomfortable way, but it still unfolds for your ultimate good. Now, this is really good as it relates to your work and to your money. Next, we have the Ten of Swords here in the reverse, which means you are healing from some type of a betrayal or some type of a letdown. Somebody disappointed you, and you know what, you're starting to recover from that in a very positive way. Again, because you've got all these beautiful cards here, I feel like you're definitely on the road to healing and releasing some, you know, emotions that could have been causing some blockages and could have been holding you back. All right, next we have the Justice card. Now she's in the upright position. This means that you have some decisions being made in your favor. This is all very, very good. If you're waiting to hear back from a job, you're probably going to hear some positive news. If you're waiting for any type of court decision, a court case, looks like things are going to happen in a favorable way for you. Also, too, the Justice card means that sometimes when you're going through negotiations, or when you are kind of going back and forth with something, the Justice card also shows up when things are really just going to be fairly decided. You know, you may not get everything you want, but you're not going to get the short end of the stick either. Okay, the Justice card is all about fairness and things coming together in a mutually beneficial way. Next, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Again, another positive card. This means that you have released self-limiting beliefs. Also, too, there's nothing holding you back anymore. You're not getting caught up in I want to say technicalities. I want to say things that you think should or have to be done. There's no rules when it comes to money and success. You really kind of, you know, play your own way, and you write your own rules, and you take the actions as you are inspired or not inspired to do. I just feel, Libra, that I really have to communicate that you don't have to follow a system, and you don't have to follow a plan just because it worked for someone else. You are very much your own thinker. You're a very independent spirit. And sometimes what works best for you is really just kind of creating your own method, kind of really just setting yourself up in a way that works best for you. And then you know, you adjust as you move forward, and things just start coming together in a very beautiful way. All right, Libra, let's see what else is going to show up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. for the month of August 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Libra? What do we need to know for the sign of Libra? Oh. Okay. All right, Libra. So you've got a pretty solid start to the month of August, so that's really, really good. Consider that confirmation that, yes, things are starting to come together for you. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. We have the Knight of Cups upright. We also have the Page of Swords reverse, World reverse, and then the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm getting the sense that you're going to have to do a little bit of budget, what would be the word? Not really balancing, but you're going to have to kind of maybe shift your money a little bit. Now, this could be your personal finance. It could also be your business expenses. It could also be like investments too. You're going to have to kind of move money around. That's what I'm getting, is that you're going to have to move money around for a little bit. Not because you're at risk for any type of a loss, but I'm getting the sense that something, you know, there's going to be either an expense or there's going to be something you didn't realize, and so now you have to kind of move your money around. You know, like say you didn't know you had to keep so much money in this account to avoid fees, so you have to move some money into that account so you meet the minimums. It's something like that, where you kind of have to just shift money around for a little bit. It's not going to be anything that, you know, breaks you, but it's just going to be like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Let me take care of it and then move on. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. Means you have an offer coming your way, maybe someone coming to rescue you. Maybe you're going to hear something back positive about a loan. You're definitely going to get an offer. Someone's going to show up to assist. This is really, really good, because I have a feeling this is something you've been waiting for, Libra. You know, get ready for assistance. Get ready for someone to give you a hand up, not a hand out. We're all about, you know, taking the help and taking, you know, the support when needed. But at the same time, it's not like we're trying to be dependent on anyone or anything. But I do see some help or some support definitely coming your way. Now, we also have the Page of Swords here in the reverse. This talks about you're going to get some news or information about something being eliminated. Also, the Page of Swords could mean that you have made the decision to cut something off that you just no longer are resonating with. Sometimes the Page of Swords shows up when you know, it's time to kind of stop doing something so you could start doing something else. You know, and this comes with, as a result of increased awareness about something specific, or sometimes it just, you know, you get more information, or you get news, or you study something and you learn something more, and then you realize, okay, I need to stop doing this and I need to start doing this. So this is all about awareness, and this is all about, you know, kind of pivoting. Not necessarily stepping back, but you're still moving forward. You're just going to pivot a little bit. You're just going to kind of change some things up, and maybe change how you're doing something or when you're doing something. Next, we have the World card in reverse. The World card in reverse talks about the cycle is not complete. Now, the World card is a very positive card. You know, she talks about wholeness. She talks about her energy is one of fulfillment and completion. When she shows up in the reverse, it just means that, you know, you're still on the journey. You're still on the path. You know, just trust that there's still more for you wherever you are. And you have to be tolerant of things happening in their own time frame. And you also have to be flexible in the sense that you may think things are done and you're ready for the next level, but there could still be some things that you need to learn, some things that you need to grow in, and some things that maybe you need to kind of go deeper with. Now, as it relates to your money, She also gives us a warning about not being too premature about something, whether that be an investment, whether that be a purchase. Sometimes she shows up when she wants us to think again, you know, before moving forward with something as it relates to our money, especially large sums of money. You know, don't be so, what's the word, overly excited about moving forward with something. Take your time. You know, if you can wait it out one more cycle, whatever that may be, another week, another month, another quarter, and see what happens, because something still is just not done, and sitting on something for a while could prove to be profitable in the long run. Finally, we got the Queen of Wands here. Now, the Queen of Wands is a very grounded, she's kind of a very earthy card. She's a very earthy energy. The other thing about the Queen of Wands is she talks about stability in the workplace, and when she shows up in the reverse, sometimes things could be a little unstable or a little bit upsetting in the work environment. Now, this is something you need to pay attention to, because this could be something that's going to affect you. And because it's showing up in this reading for you, Libra, I have a strong sense that, you know, things are going to be changing in your workplace. Now, this may be a little bit uncomfortable for you, or it could be a little bit upsetting, but you're going to have to do your best to ride it out, because this is not anything you have any say or any control over. However, because you're getting a little bit of a heads up, this is something you can kind of prepare for and just kind of mentally accept, you know, things before you actually have to, you know, go through it. I'm also feeling too that this is going to be disruptive in some way. Not financially, but it's going to be disruptive to your routine. You know, all of us have like a work routine and a workflow. You know, we get in, we do this, then we do this, then we take care of that. And when she shows up in the reverse, it talks about your work routine, your workflow will be a little bit disrupted because there's going to be changes going on, okay? So while it may be a little bit unsettling, eventually you will fall into a new rhythm and a new groove, and you'll be just fine. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and clarify and see what else is going to show up for you for the month of August 2020 as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the sign of Libra for August 2020. All right. Again, we've got some good cards here. As we move into the second half of the month, Libra, you're going to be celebrating something fun, it looks like here. Three of Cups, that's all about celebrations, parties, coming together, get-togethers, something fun. Fun activities, you know, enjoying yourself. Getting together with friends. Now, who knows what that's going to look like considering the state of our society right now with, you know, COVID and, you know, restrictions and all that. But you still are going to be celebrating something, you know. Maybe you'll be celebrating with family or with, you know, people in your household. This is going to be good. This is going to be a good time. So I really hope you embrace it and enjoy it. Next, we have the Three of Wands. Your future plans are going to be put on hold. This is not something that is going to be too much of an upset for you. I think it's giving you some more time to really evaluate your future and really to concentrate on exactly the life that you're trying to create. You're going to have more time to do that. You're going to have more information, and in some cases probably more money to do that as well, you know. So embrace the uncertainty right now. Really take your time and allow this period of not having any answers be your answer, at least right now. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to not know what's going to happen, and it's okay to not have a plan in place. This is something that you're just going to have to embrace right now. But in the meantime, you can still kind of make tentative plans. You can still kind of throw around ideas, maybe jot down some possibilities and some options, because you're definitely going to have the time to think them through. We also have the Strength card in the reverse. Now it's interesting because Strength is in reverse next to the Four of Swords. These are cards about taking a break, taking a step back, really not being so overwhelmed, and physically just kind of giving yourself a rest here. You really need to be careful, Libra, because when I see this card in the reverse, it talks about burnout. It talks about trying to do too much too soon, all on your own, and you don't have to do that. So really take some time for yourself, focus on some self-care, get some rest, take a break, give yourself some pleasant distractions just to kind of rejuvenate and reassess where you're at. Also, you really need to, the word relax is coming through. Relax, rest, replenish. Be in that calm space where you can, if you can take a nap, do so. If not, really allow yourself some time to just be without having to feel like you have to do, and go all the time. Now another good card is the Three of Swords in the reverse. This talks about healing from heartbreak. This is a really good card. I love when I see this card in the reverse because it talks about just kind of healing emotions, healing our spirit in places where it was broken, where it was hurt, where it was even damaged. We're healing traumas. We are letting go of emotional limitations and setbacks and blockages. This card is all about healing the heart. Sometimes it means healing of the heart physically, but in this case, I'm feeling this is more of an emotional, spiritual thing. And I say that because our next card is the High Priestess, and she talks about spiritual, wholeness, spiritual wellness. She's also very much an intuitive. She's very much got the energy of someone who is enlightened in more than one way. And I feel like that's you, Libra, especially in August. This is your time of really just connecting to your spiritual side. And if you're not spiritual, I get it. People tell me that all the time. If you're not spiritual, if you're not really, it doesn't mean religious. It doesn't mean, New Age or anything like that. But it just really means connecting to that inner source, that inner guidance, that trusting of self, the stillness, the awareness, all of these things that make us who we are outside of the physical. All right, Libra. Well, you just have such a beautiful energy coming through in this reading, and I hope you feel it, as you're watching, because I just feel a lot of good and a lot of love flowing as I'm pulling your cards today. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2020? All right, Libra, as we close out the month of August, you're going to see here that as you move through the month, things are going really, really well, and they will continue to go well. But you're going to have some moments where it's almost like you kind of get caught up in something fearful. Now, I don't know what's going to happen as far as the state of our society, but I do know that some of us are easily thrown off because of what we hear in mainstream media, or what our friends are saying, or what our families are telling us, okay? And I say all that to say because the next card is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit talks about retreat, kind of doing his own thing, kind of making his own rules and breaking away from the norm, stepping back from the masses, stepping away from society, and really being an observer, someone who watches before he or she decides to make a move. And I feel like that's gonna be the direction you're going as we close out August, Libra. You really are going to be stepping back, and you're going to be the observer. Next, we have the Two of Swords. This is all about postponing decisions. Also, just really staying put. Not making a move here, not making a move there, but really just staying solid with where you are before you decide to do anything. Now, this is good because it gives you time to really, again, reevaluate and think about what you want to do and what you want to create, especially as it relates to your money. You know, you're not someone who's going to make a hasty decision just because you think it's going to pay off. You know, you're going to be very careful. It's going to pay off because we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So as you watch and as you pay attention to the details, you will see that it will pay off. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here. This is all about the outcome and the results of making really strong financial decisions. This is someone who is enjoying the fruits of her labor, someone who is very proud because she did the right things at the right time, and it has paid off for her in a very nice way. And that's definitely going to be you as we hit the end of the month, Libra. Next, we have the Nine of Swords. Now, again, Nine of Swords is all about sometimes worry, and a lot of times worry is unnecessary. You know, I always like to say, don't worry, because worry is just another form of negative goal setting. Be careful that you don't get caught up in that old habit of worry, or easily being discouraged, or sometimes being triggered by something, again, you hear in mainstream media, or you hear through the grapevine, you know, or whatever. Keep your mind really guarded, you know, and try your very best to not get caught up in the narratives, in what you see portrayed in the news. I just will say that will be all I say on that. Just really keep your mind and your attention guarded, and don't take everything at face value. Finally, we have the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands, this is good things showing up in the workplace. If you are an employee and you go to work, just know that you're going to see some positive changes as it relates to your job. Could be new managers, could be a new job description, could be something pleasant. It's going to definitely be something that supports you in your current work. If you're a business owner, just know that you are also going to get support. You also are going to get some positive feedback somewhere that's going to have a positive effect and a positive impact on your business. Now, this could be something of a program. It could be investment news. It could be the government. Maybe some new laws get implemented. I don't know, but it's going to definitely be something supportive in your work and in your business. And in the long term, it will be something that helps you make more money. So Libra, you've got a really solid August. I feel really, really good for you. I feel really, really strong that this is just going to be a really, you know, I want to say a month that just flows. You know, there's no stress, there's no strain. You really just kind of are in that flow, and things just kind of work out. You know, you don't have to force it. You don't have to manipulate it. Things just work, and things just, they just are good. Overall, things are very, very good. All right, so let's close out your reading, Libra, with a Angels of Abundance Oracle card. All right, check this out. Now, we just talked about this quiet retreat. We talked about that with these two cards here. It says it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Well, this is totally a reflection of your reading today. Libra, it is all about a quiet retreat for you, and I think that is where you will find your wisdom and your answers for the life that you are trying to create, and for the abundance that you will definitely experience. So Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down below. And if you'd like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that information linked for you in the description. All right, Libra, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll definitely do it again next month.